Unless you go out and go get that airplane or whatever you want, you got to make time. Time's money, but time's also precious, especially with the loved ones in the family.
Most pilots don't understand what career opportunities are available in the world of aviation. They're making career decisions based on advice from friends or posts on internet forums, meaning they are taking huge risks with their livelihood without having all the details. This podcast was created to help you understand the aviation industry so you can find your dream job. Let's get ready for Pushback. Here's your host and my dad, Nick Fialka.
All right, I've got Tommy Seoull with me from Plane Junkies, the Instagram king. Dude, what's up?
Hey, just having a great time.
And we're at OBAP. Why are you here? Are you promoting your Instagram or are you doing something else?
No, I'm just out here to meet a bunch of friends. I came here a year ago without a job, so I just wanted to give back. So I'll come back, visit everybody, just say hi, what's up, help out if I can.
And you're at the United booth. Are you doing meet and greets and such?
I'm not doing anything with United. I'm just coming out to help out anybody and see all my friends out here. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Were you a Spitfire client?
Yes, I was.
How was it?
It was great.
Yeah?
Yeah. Honestly, if it wasn't for Spitfire, I probably wouldn't be at United because I'm not much of a public speaker or talking face to face and story, but that really helped me open up and talk to people.
That's interesting because you have this Instagram persona.
Yeah.
Where just such cool stuff, right? You're flying all sorts of amazing aircraft.
Mm-hmm.
You are Mr. Social Media, but then you're like, I'm not a talker.
Yeah, but taking pictures is one thing versus having it go face to face with the public or being interviewed or whatnot, which is my forte. So Spitfire going to the program helped me open up that to having to talk with the Zoom and then talk to strangers.
Yeah.
That was just like a weak point of mine growing up in school. I'm a pretty shy kid, so I just stay low.
Do you think it's weird for us sitting here doing this?
No, but after Spitfire, I'm getting used to it now.
Yeah.
It's great. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's awesome.
So you've been flying for a year in the majors?
Yes.
Almost a year, yeah.
Almost a year, yeah.
But you spend a ton of your time flying other stuff, doing a lot of GA, and you've got cool pictures. Talk to me about, I'm interested from a personal standpoint about how you got into, hey, I'm going to put this on Instagram, and then all of a sudden start getting tens of thousands of people following.
I grew up flying as a baby as well. My father was a pilot, and he loved VHS camcorders, and he used to film my flying and stuff like that. I was always interested in filming and making movies kind of things as a kid. I had a little VHS tape and I had to get 2 VHS tapes to mix them together.
Yeah,
to make one VHS.
I know that,
you know. So now that everything's digital technology, you can just cut, paste, and make stuff. So it's a lot easier. So I get that kind of freedom of being able to show what my passion through Instagram or whatnot. And that's what I do it for. Is like, I grew up with aviation for like my entire life. So I share with the family. You know, my whole family's involved in it. And I just like share it's possible for anybody to go out and enjoy it and see the other side of aviation, not just the work side or vice versa.
Yeah, I love that. The best out of all your videos that you've shared in the past, I don't know, 6-8 months or whatever, the best is that aileron roll you did with your little girl. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, she's been flying that Eagle since she was 4 years old. And she was doing aileron rolls and 4-point rolls at the age of 4 with hands off. So from there, we just progressed every 6 months or something, and she'll just learn a new maneuver and whatnot. And now she's 11. She's about to be 12 here next week. And she joined the Silver Air Patrol. She's like the leader there because she has all the flying experience compared to the other kids that are older than her. Yeah, she's just pretty much excelled. She wants to join the Air Force and everything.
I wonder why she wants to join the Air Force. Do you have a logbook for her?
I'm working on it right now.
Yeah.
She's probably got over 50 plus hours in the plane already, but I'm not a CFI. That's the thing. That's one thing I'm actually going to be working on probably this winter or this next spring here is getting that CFI because she's only 12. I was like, I don't need to log anything right now for her. She has a logbook, but it's nothing official.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. That's a good point. I don't know. I've got all the ratings for all the things, but I'm like, I've never done it. I'm just from the Navy.
Okay.
So I just have the things. And, but I've got 5 kids and I see that the older ones want aviation in their life. And I think I'm like, at least I've got this CFI and the CFII and the this and the that to be able to I guess, figure that out. And that's to me, I've never done GA. I would kill myself in a Cessna.
Okay.
But I talk to a million people every single day that do it. And I think about that. And that's the only reason I pay to keep that stupid CFI certificate every 2 years. It's such a pain in the ass.
Just for the kids.
Just for the kids,
Yeah.
for the possible future. Talk to me about your GA stuff. Like, how do you fly all these different aircraft? And because you live out west.
Yeah, I live in Vegas. I used to have a Comanche. I kind of started off with that about 10, 15 years ago. I was a partnership in that. And then I wanted to get into aerobatic flying and do air shows and stuff like that. So I picked up a biplane, Christian Eagle, and I started practicing air shows, doing competitions and stuff like that. And then eventually the Reno air races came out. And I was like, oh yeah, I got a biplane. We can go ahead and sign up, and took the class and started racing the biplane. And then obviously my aerobatic airplane was too slow, so I had to go buy a faster. So I went and bought a faster Fitz, and then I just been hooked ever since. But I've been flying for so long, I just never had. When I was a kid growing up, I always wanted to roll an airplane, but I never had a plane to roll. So when I got my first biplane for aerobatics and I started flying that, it's really when my skill level of flying really got pushed up, because you can fly the plane to the limits. You never get to experiment what a real plane can do until you can take it there, right?
Yeah.
Safely. Yeah, that's when I really knew the laws of angle of attack.
What'd you fly in the Air Force?
I never flew in there.
Oh, you never flew in the Air
Yeah, I was
Force?
straight civilian.
Oh, I thought you were in the Air Force.
My dad was retired Air Force, and I grew up in Okinawa, Japan.
Okay.
23 years out there on the base and off base. But my dad ran there, Kadena Aero Club. And that's where I learned to fly. At the age of 16, I sold it in Japan. I flew up the islands. I got my license.
Oh, nice.
Back in the day. Growing up and flying was always there. I had the military base right next door. I've been always watching the F-15s, the SR-71 takeoff, KC-135. I was in the atmosphere. I wanted to join the Air Force, but by the time I came out to the U.S. and my dad passed away, unfortunately, my connection with the Air Force got lost there, and I hit that age limit where if you're not 28 or under 28, you can't be a pilot. I was like, I'm not going to join if I'm not going to be a pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just took the civilian route.
So my first flight was in a Pitts when I was 13 years old.
Nice.
The rich guy in town had a Pitts, and he took me up for about 20 minutes, and it was the most, I still have a picture of it.
Oh, wow.
It was so cool. When I look at your pictures, like, you're just like the cool guy, just like you walked out of the Red Bull commercial. That's what I see. It's like the wingsuits and the biplane and all the flat brimmed hat. And the only reason I have this one is because Tron gave it to me. How do you figure out the path? I want to go race in the air races. How do you go from that idea to is it just, I'm going to go on Google and type it in, or do I need to have a mentor?
Yeah, we have mentorship, and then we also have pylon racing. So you attend pylon racing school, you do the ground school, and then we go up there, we fly around the force, you get judged on it and critiqued on it. And once you pass that, then you're all clear to go race. So you go. It's called like rookie school. Once you finish that, you get signed off, then good to race.
And you have to be out west. You have to be in the Vegas.
We just shut down Reno. So now we're going to be, next year we're racing at the Roseview, Mexico. So we're all going to be out there in May and redoing PRS rookie school again because it's a new track. So we all get requalified again there. And then September, we'll be racing again.
Man, talk to me about what it feels like to be low and fast and tight.
Yeah, to be able to be low, fast, tight, and do it legally.
Yeah.
50 feet off the deck with a lot of planes. It's a rush. It's nerve-wracking because a lot of mistakes can happen. People die.
Yeah,
Accidents happen, So we take it pretty serious about the safety. And it's, at the end of the day, if it's not good, we just pull out of it. That off. We're not racing to kill each other or anything like that. It's just all fun in the sport. Very nerve-wracking, but as soon as we pull the throttles and take off and we're in the race, we're like zoned in, then you forget all about that. We're just concentrating on flying.
Hey, pilot. Does your pilot uniform make a short flight feel like a trans-con slog? Flight uniforms have reinvented aviation shirts with 3D stretch, stain repellents, and no wrinkles. These shirts are just plain comfortable and ready for takeoff right out of your rollerboard. Flight Uniform is trusted by more than 25,000 pilots, and their flagship flight shirt has over 1,500 five-star reviews. I've worn every pilot shirt out there, and if you know me, you know I only wear flight uniforms. Be the envy of every cockpit at flightuniform.com and get a special podcast exclusive discount with the code SpitfirePod20 to take 20% off your first order. That's SpitfirePod20, all one word, for 20% off your first order at flightuniform.com.
Do you try to have just the right amount of fuel in the aircraft to save on weight, or is that?
Yeah, I don't use a full tank of gas for sure. Our pits only carries 19 gallons, so I'll probably take off with 10. And we're only racing like 6 laps.
Right.
So we're burning like maybe 3 gallons.
Since you spend a lot of time left wing down, right?
Yeah.
So do you have a special pump, fuel pump and oil pump to deliver?
No, just a standard mechanical pump.
Okay.
Yeah. Our tanks are in the center on the pit, so it's not like a wing or anything.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I like to think about 757.
No cross feed.
Yeah. What's the VNAV like in the pits?
It's a visual.
That's the V. It's the visual nav.
You drop the brick, you go.
Oh, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun.
So what's coming up? What are the things?
Thanks. Like in where?
I don't know.
There's just so much going on. Lately, I've been flying float planes. I got
Did you get your seaplane rating?
Yeah.
Damn it.
I got a buddy that lets me access to his Kodiak on floats, so I take that out to Lake Mead with family and the girls and everything.
Oh my gosh.
The float planes line just opened up a whole new dimension of aviation for me. So now I'm flying on top of water and landing on the beaches, and it's just spread out.
So I want to do my float plane. I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
Talk to me about what it takes to get a seaplane rating.
Pretty easy. Usually it's like a 2-day course and a check.
Okay.
Yeah, probably 6-7 hours in a club or something, and then a check ride. And all you have to do is demonstrate 3 landings and types of takeoff, and that's about it.
Is it hard? No.
Pretty easy. It's just like power settings, because when you're landing on glass and water and stuff, you just set the power and have a nice concept rate of descent, and it just happens to that. So I think the hardest part would probably be more the environmental technical stuff and how to read the winds, because you don't have a windsock on the lake generally where you're going.
So you're just looking at wind streaks and such?
Wind streaks, trees, whatever you can, bubbles, and how high the wakes are or the waves.
The white cap.
Yeah, white cap.
Listen, I spent 20 years flying helicopters in the Navy over the ocean. Like, I know what a wind streak is.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. Tell me, was it expensive? How much did that cost?
I think I got it done for 35, under $4,000.
Under $4,000?
Yeah, under 4, including check ride.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
It opened up a new dimension where I almost want to go buy like an albatross and go fly around with the family and go camping.
I want a PBY.
I looked at those too, but I guess.
Yeah, what are they? $3 million?
Yeah.
Crazy.
The albatrosses are pretty cheap, but they're expensive to operate. That's the drawback. So maybe I'll fly it like 2-3 times a year or something.
Where do you keep Vegas is a busy airspace.
Yeah, so I'm up in North Las Vegas. I have a hangar up there.
You have a hangar? What's up?
Yeah.
Do you own it or do you lease it?
I own it.
You own it?
Yeah.
That's the way to do it, man.
Yeah. I've got it before the whole spike and crazy of price sales. So it's almost worth triple its cost.
Yeah.
In the hangar. So yeah, it's a big must. We spend our weekends at the hangar working and tinkering on our airplanes and cars and so with the girls.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's so good. Dude, I appreciate you spending time with me. I just feel like I'm thankful that you agreed to have the conversation. I think I love what you do. Just look at your Instagram and I don't get to do any of the fun stuff. I just fly to Orlando and back every day.
You got to go out and you did it.
I know.
That's the number one excuse. People are like, no, unless you go out and go get that airplane or whatever you want, you just got to make time, right? Time's money, but time's also precious, especially with the loved ones in the family. They grow up so fast.
I know. That is so well said.
We're pretty spontaneous. My family they're all homeschooled, so they're pretty flexible. So if we need to jump on a ship to Tokyo, like last year, a couple months ago, we all just jumped out and we do homeschool in Japan and they get to explore and see history and culture where I came from. It's great. So
I'm not going to let you go yet because we need to talk about homeschooling and the airlines versus public schooling or private schooling.
Okay.
All right. Have you been doing homeschool the whole time?
Yes. They've been on homeschool before the whole COVID pandemic thing happened. And yeah, it's for them, it's a normal day of life.
Yeah.
That's all they know was homes. And we just advanced the program now where they're actually doing it online now, where the wife used to actually teach them direct and had a course for them. So now they're developed into an online. So now they're working with the computers and they're more independent. They wake up in the morning, they do it on their own. We don't have to force them to do it. They just do it.
How many kids do you have?
I got 4 girls.
You have 4 girls. How old's the oldest?
The oldest is 18, so she's done.
Okay.
And then 11, 10, and 8.
11, 10, and 8. All right. Mine, I got 5 and they're 12 down.
Okay.
So our conversation has been, we really want to do it and we really want the flexibility. My wife is a teacher.
Okay.
And a classical school teacher. And we have done the homeschool. And one of the hard parts, since we both have big families, is just the absolute chaos of trying to teach each multiple grades and keeping people consistent and getting them through it and feeling like they're learning.
Yeah. So that was the hard part because the wife was constantly having to do all, and the youngest one was the hardest one to teach because she's always being like princess and she just wasn't determined. So we enrolled into an online program and now they have their own subjects and it's a little more off the shoulders of my wife so she can just relax and just monitor now and not have to physically teach through the book. So that definitely helped a lot. Our kids are in homeschool every day. We don't give them a summer break or spring break or holidays because we're so flexible. We're like, hey, next month we might be going somewhere else and everybody else is in school, but you're not, but you're always in school.
I'm going to make Anna listen to this part of the show because honestly, we struggle with that like we want to homeschool. It's this balance of trying to be able to get her the opportunity to succeed when I'm gone on a trip.
Okay.
Because it can be really overwhelming. And we've just gone back and forth about whether it's how to do it, how not to do it, how to be good at it or not good at it. So I'm glad hearing this. Sorry, it's my own therapy session right now.
I honestly don't really even do much for them. Like everything, the wife takes care of it all because she knows I'm like doing my thing or flying around or whatever. But yeah, they're pretty much trained to wake up in the morning and they just get their school done so they can have the rest of the afternoon off. They finish their projects. That's just their job. They know their responsibilities like that. That's what made it help. If you're having to force your kid to go to school and have to babysit, then that can be tiring on you. Obviously. Yeah. But yeah, once they got developing habits of how to do it, log in on their own and finish their task and test for the day and move on. It's been great. Like they wake up before I do and they're already almost halfway done with school already. I'm like, okay.
Man, it's 1 p.m. Oh, what a day.
And for social events, we take them out too. They do karate and stuff like that. They race cars and stuff so they could see other interaction with other kids. And my 11-year-old just joined Silver Air Patrol. So she's leading up in that already.
Listen, man, I'm telling you, you're the coolest person I've ever met. You do all the cool stuff.
Yeah. Probably on social media, but on the down low, I'm just a normal guy.
I love that your dad do a big family. You're like Instagram influencer and also like Red Bull racer and like airline pilot.
Yeah. Yeah. Outside of work, you would never know I fly airplanes for sure.
Yeah. People think that I'm like a failure to launch guy that lives on unemployment. I don't even brush my hair when I'm not. And they're like, who's the homeless guy that keeps dropping the kids off at that school?
Yeah.
The old man and how's he have a Suburban? That's the best way to be though. That's the best part about being a pilot is it doesn't follow you home.
Yeah. Yeah. Like we go out to the Silver Air Patrol and all the other kids and the families are introducing my dad, me, and I'm just in the background with my hat and just chilling, normal skaters. So they're like, he races at Reno. He's an airline pilot. He just doesn't fit the profile.
Look, Tommy, thank you for spending some time with me. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful that you're one of our clients and you're awesome. So thanks for
you guys. I did it for a whole month before I went out to interview for United. Totally opened up the whole communication wise because my communication skills were kind of weak. On social media, yeah, I can go ahead and post behind doors, but if they have to do it face to face, it's a totally different story.
So I'm the opposite of you. I can communicate to anybody, anywhere, but man, I struggle figuring out this social shit. Man, I might be calling you to get some tips.
Yeah, anytime, send me up.
Sweet, man. Dude, hey, thank you for spending time with us. Thanks for being. I'll put all your information in the show notes so that everybody knows they can just click on you and follow you and live vicariously through you. So,
hey,
thanks for spending your time with me.
All right, anytime.
All right, buddy.
All right, thanks.
All right, pilots, that's the episode. I hope you've really enjoyed it. But before you go, do me a quick favor, subscribe to my show and leave me a review. Give me a 1-star review if it was totally worthless. Give me a 5-star review if it was the most amazing thing you've ever heard. I want to hear from you. So if you can give me a review, subscribe to the podcast, make yourself a little bit better, I will be happy. You'll be happy. We'll keep crushing. I cannot wait to see you on the next episode.